Okay, so welcome to our live episode of Locker Talk, a half hour after the show actually ended. Yeah, oh my goodness. So we finally figured out this video thing. We're here on the Google Hangouts. I am your host, Koltyn. As always, by my side, although kind of not, it's kind of weird this time, is Matt. Say hello, Matt.
Hello.
See, Matt will pop up every time he's talking. I'll be on the screen whenever I'm talking, and I guess that's how this Google thing and Hangout will work. As YouTube keeps tweeting to our account in Spanish for some reason, I don't know why. But I'm going to delete that. And so we are live, giving you our reaction for Elimination Chamber. So Matt, why don't you lead us through all these matches? I'm going to tweet out another link just in case people want to join, even though I'm sure everyone's ready for bed. But yeah, go ahead, start us off with the first match.
Right, Colton. That first match was the chamber match for the tag team champions. The first ever tag team championship elimination chamber match. It was the Los Matadores versus the New Day versus Tyson and Cesaro versus Ascension versus the A Plus players versus the Lucha Dragons. Got them all right.
Good job.
I had a few problems with the match. First of all, the New Day did not enter last. What? Like the champions were supposed to enter last. That's how it works.
Well, the thing was they entered in the way that they were going to be coming into the match. So if they would have entered last, they would have started the match, and they obviously didn't want New Day to start the chamber match.
Yeah. Another problem. Freebird rule. That's all and great. But all three of them in there. What was that all about? I get El Torito was in there for the Los Matadores, but they need all the help they can get. I mean, it's a little weird. It started out really great, did it not? I mean,
yeah, it definitely did.
Yeah, it started out with a lot of promise. The Ascension had such a great performance to begin with. I couldn't get over how great the Ascension performed. It was great to watch, but at the end, it seemed like they just beached the ending so hard. The main event players,
the prime time players.
Prime-time players. Sorry, I'm trying to think of every team but them. The primetime players, they were not the team to end that match. I would have rather seen the Los Matadores versus the New Day at the end there. Cesaro and Kid, they had a great performance. Cesaro just lost his mind, did he not? It was great to see him do that. I just didn't like the end. Overall, it was a great performance by everyone, especially the Ascension. I'd like to shout out the Ascension. Best performance since they've been in the main roster.
Yeah, so I definitely agree. I thought it was a good match. Cesaro looked great. If you go back to the Elimination Chamber match that he was in last year, he looked great in that match as well. So Cesaro just seems to shine in these kind of matches. I thought this was a good match. I thought everybody really got a chance to shine in this match. Everybody got a chance to look good. I don't know why the Bull was in there. The Bull didn't need to be in there. Whatever. Yeah, it was a good match. I was surprised the primetime players were in the end there. But I don't know. I thought Cesaro and Kid should have been at the end. Obviously, I'm a little biased there. But, it's whatever. I love the primetime players and their jokes that they do backstage and all that stuff. I don't know if they're quite there when it comes to in-ring performance, but I was really impressed by their in-ring performance tonight. Yeah, overall, I thought it was good. The New Day were obviously going to win. It was a decent match overall. This screen thing is really messing with my head. I don't know. Every time I laugh, or every time you cough or move, it switches the screens. So maybe next time we'll figure out something else. But Matt, why don't you take us on our next match, the Divas title match? I know we were all excited about this one.
I completely forgot about the moving thing. I'm gonna try my best to stay perfectly still when I'm talking. The Divas match. It was short. They could have given them just a little bit more time. Naomi versus Paige versus Nikki Bella. It wasn't impressive. I wasn't impressed at all. I wasn't entertained. I wasn't anything. I mean, they had such a great build-up with Nikki Bella being such a great performer coming up to this. Paige coming back. I don't agree with Paige being in this match because she came back. I don't believe in superstars taking time off and then being in championship matches. Although I love superstars like Chris Jericho and Brock Lesnar, I just don't agree with them coming back, being in championship matches right off the bat like that. Other than that, it could have been done better. Like, I don't know what to say about it. Obviously, Nikki Bella won. Naomi could have had a better showing out there. Paige should have put Naomi over better. I think Paige's main job in this match should have been put Naomi over as much as she possibly can. Make Naomi look strong, make Naomi look good. Nikki Bella can't do that yet in her career. She will be able to put over superstars later on, but Paige's main job was to put Naomi over. It didn't really happen. Nikki Bella walked out. Obviously, our picks were as assorted. Speaking as someone who picked Nikki Bella, Koltyn should have been right. Naomi should have walked out as the champion. Yes, question. Sorry.
Yeah, we have a viewer, so I'd just like to point that out. Thank you, viewer.
Yeah, viewer. But like I was saying, Koltyn should have been right. Naomi should have walked out. But if my informer is correct at this point in Locker Talk's career, Nikki Bella will lose her championship at SummerSlam.
All right.
Koltyn, what do you have to say?
Yeah, Naomi almost killed Paige tonight. That wasn't good. The whole reverse Hurricane Rana thing, that was really bad. It was just a sloppy match overall, and I was struggling. I struggle extra because, as some of you may know, it's a holiday weekend here in America known as Harry Potter weekend. And so I've been watching and tweeting Harry Potter all weekend. And so I was doing that while tweeting about Elimination Chamber. So I was working double duty tonight. And Dobby died right after the match. And so I was a little distraught. And I think it was because of the Divas match that Dobby died. And I will blame that on them. And I won't blame the other Bella tricks. But yeah, it was just a sloppy match overall. I wasn't really impressed by anything they did. It definitely wasn't Sasha Banks versus Becky Lynch. Not that we expected it to be, but it's whatever. That's okay. So, Matt, next match, what do you got?
I have what many think should have been the main event of this card. What many have been tweeting about, what many have been talking about, what I've been trashing about all this time.
Here we go.
I realize I overbuilt it as Canada versus America. I stand by it though. I hate everything about Canada. We have John Cena versus Kevin Owens in what many see the present moving on, passing the torch to the future. It's a very delicate match. It's a very delicate situation that John Cena is in. John Cena has to deliver in such a way that is so delicate that only a character like a John Cena or a Randy Orton could do. And it's delicate. It's delicate. The future has to be delivered and put over in such a way. Kevin Owens did do a very good job, even though I do not like Kevin Owens. I will here's my hood. I will tip my cap to Kevin Owens.
Thank you.
He did a good job. I'm not gonna downplay him.
That's all I ask.
He did. I don't like him really as it's not as a person, it's as his character. I just don't like his character so much. But his talent is, you can't downplay it. You can't overlook it. You can't trash talk it. And I've tried to, but you can't. It's there. He's been in this business 15 years. He's 31 years old. He knows how to wrestle. Unfortunately, his age is 31. And that is one of my main points about him. He's not necessarily the future, but he could be if you bring him up immediately and put him in those matches and everything. And as I watch WrestleMania tonight, I'm sorry, the Elimination Chamber. It was better than WrestleMania. As I watched the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view tonight, only on the WWE Network, for the low price of $99 a month, $9.99 a month, which I owe Koltyn $40 as it is right now.
Don't tell WWE we're not supposed to share our network.
It was good. John Cena did such a great job. My cap is tipped to him. Kevin Owens put over. And what do you have to say about this match?
Oh, yeah. I have a lot to say about this match, and I'm probably going to forget most of it. But I want I heard what I think is probably the best description of Kevin Owens that I've heard on a podcast that is very dear to our heart, on our good friends at RTM Wrestling, the Pocket Rocket Emma. That was a terrible British accent. They're going to kill me, but that's okay. Described Kevin Owens as if Brock Lesnar swallowed Paul Heyman. And if you can't keep up with how things work, basically Kevin Owens is the badass on the level of Brock Lesnar, and he can talk like Paul Heyman. Now, mind you, nobody can talk like Paul Heyman, but Kevin Owens gives some amazing promos, and he does some amazing works. I earlier this week, I thought Kevin Owens was going to win this match, and that's why I did not pick Kevin Owens to win this match in our predictions. I picked John Cena because I can't ever trust the WWE creative to do something that I feel they should do, but they did it, and it just shows how much trust that they have in Kevin Owens to put him in his first match on a pay-per-view against the biggest star of the past 10 15 years, and to have him win cleanly against a star like John Cena. And Kevin Owens put on an amazing performance tonight. We saw a lot of great moves. That moonsault was incredible. He did a senton bomb off the top rope onto Cena. That was really cool. And I love Kevin Owens. He's one of my favorite guys. But I feel like we also need to give a lot of props to John Cena. John Cena looked great tonight. He made Kevin Owens look great tonight. He put on a great showing, and he was willing to put the quote unquote the new kid over, and to pass the torch. And overall, I just thought this match went really well. Everyone did their jobs really, really well. And my hat literally is off to both of them. Looks like we're going to be getting a rematch at Money in the Bank, which is just 2 weeks away. So we're going to have to do another prediction and reaction show in just 2 weeks. They're killing us with these damn papers so close together. I guess they don't want us to have any original content. That John Cena, Randy Orton, and ladder match show, we're probably going to have to fit that in next week. So we won't have time to do it the week after that. So don't worry, you will get that show in next week. Just wanted to make sure you all knew that. I know you've been clamoring for it. I promise you'll get it. But yeah, this match was really great. A lot of people are saying that it is the best match this year that doesn't have Brock Lesnar, which I disagree. It is the best match of the year. I still don't like Brock Lesnar. I have one other point to make. I said earlier on Twitter that we would be giving a positive compliment to WWE Creative and the WWE writing. So I would like to tip my hat once again to WWE Creative, in a small part for the Kevin Owens John Cena match tonight, but mostly I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for I want to say giving Zack Ryder a shot, because we all know he wasn't going to win, but at least giving Zack Ryder a chance to shine in his hometown, in the place that he grew up going to, watching wrestling for his whole life, in the last show at the Nassau Coliseum. I thought it showed a great deal of respect towards Zack Ryder, and it definitely meant a lot to Zack, and it definitely meant a lot to the Zack Pack. So thank you, WWE Creative and Writing, for doing that. I do appreciate it greatly. Matt, do you have anything to add on that?
I do. A lot of you don't know, but when we started Locker Talk, I wasn't that big on Zack Ryder. Koltyn was. Koltyn was was really big on Zack Ryder. I liked his entrance music. But then I watched some of his matches and I was like, yeah, he's pretty talented. And I read on him. I was like, yeah, he's pretty talented. That match, I was so irate. I was spitting angry, just like I was tonight, that Zack Ryder did not win. Zack Ryder should have won, even if it was for like 24 hours. And John Cena did his rematch clause on SmackDown Thursday night or whatever, however, 72 hours, whatever, and John Cena won it back. But Zack Ryder should have won that match. If anything, they should give Zack Ryder a more dominant finishing move, because Zack Ryder gave it everything. 3 finishing moves. He borrowed a finishing move. He did everything. But as promised, we will go further in the John Cena Kevin Owens debate. I will comment one more thing. If I could bring up anyone from NXT right now, if anybody, I think anybody is ready for WWE, it'd be Sami Zayn instead of Kevin Owens, the NXT champion, not Kevin Owens. I feel like Kevin Owens needs a little more work, just a little more, maybe some personal work with Triple H or whoever is back there, William Regal, just a little more work with being on the defensive end of it. That's all I would wish for him, is taking hits a little better, selling them a little better, like Neville is. Neville takes hits, he yells on the offensive, defensive, takes hits like a champion, sells them, hits them like a great champion on offense. Kevin Owens just needs that little bit, taking it, making him look hurt, and then coming back. Him and Zayn really should work together with Regal and Triple H. Those two could really learn a lot from each other, bring them both up. It'd be great. I mean, I'm not saying I'd root for him, but bring him up soon. He'd be great WWE champion. He will be a WWE champion sooner or later, probably in the next 2 years.
Yes, and I know Sami Zayn is going to be watching this show. So, Sami, we just want you to know that you are in our thoughts, and we hope you come back soon, buddy. We know Sami watches the show every week, along with Santa and Bigfoot. So, thanks, Sami. We appreciate that. We're either going to be getting him or Zack Ryder on a future show. There's about a 4 or 5% chance of that happening. So look forward to that show. Matt, our next match on the card was, even you have to admit, it's definitely hard to follow that Owens John Cena match, but I felt they did a pretty good job. Bo Dallas against Neville, and this was probably the lowest match on the card. Think about it, but I thought they definitely did a great job, regardless of how dead the crowd was, for one, overall tonight, and two, after that clinic that Owens and Cena put on. But yeah, it was a good match. Neville got the win. I feel like this is probably the end of that feud. We probably won't see it going on. Neville will be moving up to bigger and better things. But I was impressed with Bo Dallas. I will give Farmer his props there. Bo Dallas did look good tonight. Still looking a little chubby, but let's be honest, I would kill to only be that chubby. So I'm not gonna bash him like everyone does on the internet. He's in 4 trillion times better shape than I am. Yeah, Neville got the win. I actually picked this one right. You got it wrong, so we switched roles on that one. So what did you think about this match? How do you think they fared, even following the Cena and Owens match?
I feel like Bo Dallas is following in his brother's footstep and gaining weight without a reason. But
Bo Dallas
like
has
you
a
said,
brother?
I would be lucky to just be that chubby. It was a good match. I know Bo Dallas is talented. WWE knows Bo Dallas is talented. It's just they didn't know where to fit it in. With the rise of Neville, this is a great opportunity for them to regain the rivalry that they had in NXT. It was hard to follow that match. That match ran long. It was good with Cena and Owens. But this match was good. I liked it. I was entertained by it. I liked Bo Dallas being that kind of pretend nice of I'm just trying to help you, let me help you. He sold it. He sold the hits. It was really good. So it was fun to watch, and I was wrong. I thought Bo Dallas would win because of the rivalry, but you know how it is. So Neville won. Kudos to you, Koltyn, for picking that right. But
moving.
Other than that, yeah.
Can we take a break for a second? I'd like to acknowledge the awesome shirt that you're wearing. And that's a really nice shirt.
The Team Pup and Suds, and I walked around the Branson Landing with this in downtown Branson, and they just do not understand soul skating.
Yeah, I haven't had a person yet understand the lifestyle that is soul skating yet, and I'm going to keep trying though. Somebody's going to get it eventually, and I will bond with that person, and it'll be awesome. Anywho, so yes, moving on to our next match. What do we got here?
Our next match, we have the other Elimination Chamber, the vacant Intercontinental Championship match. WWE Creative Team had one job: fill a vacant spot in this match. WWE Creative Team did not do their one job. Literally. Luke Harper, Eric Rowan, Bray Wyatt, I mean, anyone besides the world's strongest man, Mark Henry. I do not know what the WWE Creative Team was thinking on this, but out comes Mark Henry as the first entry into the Intercontinental Championship match. You knew it was going to be bad from there because it's not that Mark Henry's a bad wrestler. He was a great wrestler. But I think he's 41 or 43 years old, one of those two options. He hasn't wrestled in a while. Last time he wrestled, I think he was put through the barricade wall. He's not a wrestler anymore. He's a jobber. He should retire. He's a Hall of Famer if he retires now. If not, he retires as a jobber and a Hall of Fame jobber. They should have put anyone else in this match. Like I told Koltyn, I was watching every second of this pay-per-view because it had my attention, but I was also tweeting a lot. I somehow missed the elimination of King Barrett. I think I must have been tweeting at the time or something, but miraculously I missed the elimination of King Barrett. I saw King Barrett put Dolph Ziggler through that plexiglass. Dolph Ziggler was used more as a ram than a wrestler in this match. We both picked this match wrong. We both picked Sheamus. We both heard rumors of Sheamus. Sheamus was the obvious pick. We did not. I know Koltyn didn't. I know I didn't. No one. Point me at one person, and that person's a liar, that saw Ryback winning this match. I like it. I like the shock factor. I like that Ryback will be coming in tomorrow night on Monday Night Raw with the Intercontinental Championship because you get that secondhand shock. You get that, oh my God, Ryback really did win a title in the WWE. It was great. It was better than the Tag Team Championship. I think the finish was better. Overall, it was just executed better.
Yeah, I saw literally everybody on Twitter talking about how this is the worst match they've ever seen. And I'm not really sure what they're talking about. I mean, it wasn't a great match by any stretch of the imagination, but it wasn't terrible. I mean, I was disappointed by Mark Henry. I'm glad it wasn't Big Show. I mean, it wasn't the worst possible option, but it wasn't what I wanted. Like you said, Luke Harper or Bray Wyatt or give Neville the match again. I'm sure he could have went another 4 hours and been fine. But yeah, God, how many times does Ziggler get kicked in the face? You would think for the guy who is known for getting concussions would, wouldn't get kicked around as much. But yeah, I did like the shock factor of Ryback winning. I definitely assumed that Sheamus was winning. It looked like Sheamus was on a tear, and it'll be interesting to see how Ryback carries the title. It's definitely a long stretch from Daniel Bryan holding the title or even a Dolph Ziggler holding the title. But it should be interesting to see how that goes. I didn't understand why the WWE Universe was trashing on this match so hard. I definitely didn't think it was that great, but I didn't think it merited everyone's extreme hatred for that matter. But we'll see. I am intrigued to see how this works out with Ryback, which I'm sure was the intended idea here. I think that's it for my thoughts on that match. Matt, we got another one here. So what's the next match? I can't seem to remember what this next match could be.
We have the main event, and it's only fitting that the main event of Locker Talk will bring us into the main event of the show. This match I did not have high hopes for. I even texted Koltyn that this would be the worst match of the night.
I was
At
shocked.
the time, I wasn't thinking of the Divas match. We have Dean Ambrose versus Seth Rollins. I thought it would be short because of the Elimination Chamber's 2 matches. I thought Seth Rollins was going to be walking out easily with interferences. I was dead wrong. This match was phenomenal. I can't get over how good this match was. You had Dean Ambrose with great promos, interviews backstage before, just I'm gonna come out swinging and this and that, and you know what my therapy is? Beating the crap out of Seth Rollins. I like that they're building, because they built Roman Reigns for Seth Rollins, like 2 Shield members. It's like Vince didn't even think about Dean Ambrose can hold his own in a main event. So you have the other member of the Shield, the forgotten about member, coming up from mid-card nowhere land in the main event for Seth Rollins. It was great. It was wonderful. Seth Rollins won by disqualification. However,
no, Dean Ambrose won.
Sorry. Dean Ambrose won by disqualification. Seth Rollins retained. That's what I was thinking. Sorry. However, Dean Ambrose left the building with the title. But we all know how Locker Talk separates at this point of view. We do have a crossroads on Locker Talk. I view whoever leaves the building as the champion, and then we have the more conventional view.
Obviously.
Colton, what did you think here?
I think I want to share this picture with you. It's Seth Rollins' reaction after the match, and if you can see that, I don't know if you
Yeah.
can, but yeah, if you look on Twitter, it's quite funny. He's bugging out. His eyes are crossed. Yeah, I thought I'd share that with you. I find it funny. But yeah, I need to go over and watch this match again. I was a little busy trying to get this whole live locker talk thing figured out. I was trying to tweet about Harry Potter. I was trying to tweet about the match. And so it lost me a little bit in the middle, but towards the end of the match, it definitely brought me back in. And I enjoyed this match a lot. It was a really good match. As always, Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose have a good match. We've never seen that one before. I'm really surprised, but I'm conflicted. I liked the finish of this match for tonight. I'm not sure if I'm going to like it moving ahead with how this is going to play out. But I just liked, Seth Rollins. If you're stupid and don't remember the match or have memory problems, whatever. Seth Rollins pulled the referee in front of him as Dean Ambrose jumped on him, which is technically a disqualification, but the referee was knocked out. Dean Ambrose hits Dirty Deeds on Rollins. Another referee comes out, pins the 1, 2, 3. The referee that was knocked out comes to the new referee, says that he was pulled in front of Seth Rollins, causing a disqualification. Dean Ambrose wins. Seth Rollins still the champion. Well, Dean Ambrose doesn't really play by the rules, does he? No. We've seen Dean Ambrose steal championships. That seems to be his gimmick, you would think. And so I'm not really sure how that finish is going to work going forward. I don't see really how it progresses the story. It was obviously it's a way to get the crowd excited for a second and really happy, only to make them realize that Dean Ambrose isn't actually the champion. I knew I knew the jig was up pretty quickly, but I still enjoyed watching Twitter freaking out that Dean Ambrose was the champion. But I just knew there's just something a little bit too fishy about this ending, which I'm fine with. I don't think it's time for Dean Ambrose to be the champion, but one day he is going to make a very fine champion. Seth Rollins holding on to this title for a little longer. People are thinking until SummerSlam against Brock Lesnar, but it looks like Brock Lesnar is coming early to Battleground. Just saying, that's in St. Louis, and the Raw afterwards, he's going to be there too, and Kevin Owens is going to be there too. Just throwing that out there to anyone who might be in the Kansas City or St. Louis area and be a fan or have a YouTube show that talks about wrestling. But also, I want to point out Brock Lesnar actually is going to be working his first live event since 2004, which people have been talking about on the Twitter sphere. The match is set up Brock Lesnar against Kofi Kingston for some reason. This is taking place July 4th in Japan. And this seems all well and nice until you go and you find out why Brock Lesnar is going to this live event. And it really speaks a lot to the person who Brock Lesnar is. It is said that Lesnar wanted to go to Japan to meet up, to see something or meet someone. I'm not good with Japanese, so I don't really know that much. But it said he's going there and he's using this trip as a tax write-off, and that so he can get his trip paid by WWE to go to this. And the only way to do that would be to have one match, and so that's the only reason he's going to be at a live event. So for all you Brock Lesnar fans out there, Brock Lesnar doesn't care about you. He doesn't care about whether you get to see him or not, or whether you're happy. As long as Brock Lesnar gets paid, that's all he really cares about. And so I don't agree with that. We've gone through this before. I'm going to get off this little soapbox. I'm going to give you my final thoughts. Overall, WWE's first network-only pay-per-view, network-exclusive show, I thought turned out really well. Kevin Owens, John Cena was a great match. I'm going to watch that again several times. I'm going to watch Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins again. The other matches were good for the most part. Not great, but they were still good. Matt, do you have any last minute thoughts, overall thoughts on Elimination Chamber?
I do. As you were talking, I forgot, and you reminded me with some things that you said about the Ambrose Rollins match. I love as I said, I love the Ambrose promos. How he said, "You betrayed your brother, so I'm gonna take everything from you." I think it would be great for like Ambrose, the one-time Intercontinental, now the one-time WWE champion, Dean Ambrose, asterisk by both championships, to to walk away with his championship and then beat down like J&J Security, talk down Kane into becoming the beast that he was, and literally over maybe the next however many months till SummerSlam, take everything from Dean Ambrose, like he said, and be great to watch. And I know a lot of semi-WWE fans would complain about it, but it'd be great to watch him just take everything from him gradually over those months, slowly, painfully. It'd be great to watch for those of us who watch Raw on these pay-per-views. I know I film Raw, so I watched it Tuesday nights. But other than that, that's the only thing I forgot to say. Like Koltyn said, our Cena, Orton, and the yes.
We lost our viewer, so that's mean, viewer. You hurt my feelings, whoever you are. Probably your fiance.
Boo to that viewer.
Yeah.
But our Cena, Orton, and ladder matches you may have forgotten episode will be coming next week sometime. And yes. I enjoy the 2 weeks between all these pay-per-views and big events because it gives me some time to get excited. I don't like waiting for anything about WWE like now. So that'll be fun to do the picks. I don't think Neville will win, spoiler right now, although I do wish Neville would win.
Ziggler's going to win.
Ziggler all the way with Lana.
That's right. He's going straight to the top. This is the kickstart Ziggler needs to go straight to the top, and it's going to be great. It's going to be fun. You heard it first on Locker Talk when I'm complaining about the fact that it doesn't happen, but it's going to happen. So be excited about Dolph Ziggler winning Money in the Bank again and hopefully not getting concussed this time. Just keep him away from Sheamus and Ryback. We won't have any problems with getting concussions. But, yeah, like Matt said, next Saturday, will be our Cena Randy Orton show and our ladder match show. I know you've all been waiting for that. I'll be really excited. And then after that will be our Money in the Bank show, our either prediction or a reaction show or both. Not sure yet. I think we have this whole live thing figured out a little bit better now, so we should be able to be a little more efficient. Matt, you have anything else to say?
The only thing I have to say is I'm very disappointed that they did not put Slater in the chamber. That would have been great to watch. Do you have our hashtag of the week?
Yes, our hashtag of the week. You're not going to like it, but hashtag Kill Owens Kill. Well, we would like to thank you for joining us on our live episode of Locker Talk. I know our other 13 viewers will watch it later, so we hope you enjoyed it. We do appreciate this, guys. We like being able to do these shows, and we like being able to build a community of wrestling fans. You know, I hear a lot that you don't really have a lot of friends who are wrestling fans because obviously wrestling still has that negative stigma. But it's nice to be able to talk with people on Twitter and enjoy these shows on YouTube. And so that's my final thought. Matt, what else do you have to say? And then we will sign off for the night.
I absolutely agree with that. It's nice to get some friends on Twitter. I know we've grown even closer to RTM Wrestling. So maybe, hopefully, fingers crossed, a crossover show will happen soon. I know I had some ideas in my mind for a crossover show for all of us. I have yet to talk to Koltyn about it. I probably will after this episode. So, other than that, we will see you next time on Locker Talk. Number 1 in your hearts, last in the ratings.